Hello. Ooh. Um, uh, you need to give everyone their day in court. That's what this video is about. So, sometimes in life, we can find ourselves in disputes with our fellow man or fellow woman. And on such occasions, we can, how shall we put this? We can simply interpret somebody the way we perceive it. We can interpret somebody, but in reality, we can't do that. In reality, you can't interpret a living organism. You can only intuit it. But, sometimes on such occasions when we find ourselves in front of another person who is acting as an obstacle in some way to us, who's acting adversarially against us in some way, we can throw the intuition overboard, so to speak, and decide that we're going to interpret what they have to say. We're going to interpret how they act around us. And this is false. This is false analysis of dispute. You're falsely analyzing your confrontation whenever you assume interpretation to be correct when in dialogue with a living organism, which we all are, on all twos. No, not on all twos. We're on twos. Dogs would be on all fours. On twos doesn't really make much sense. On all twos, doesn't make much sense. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, basically, you got to give everyone their day in court so that they can, to the best of their ability, explain what they are trying to say. Explain what they are trying to explain. Sometimes this is a long process. Other times, not so much. But everybody needs their day in court. It's fair to give everybody their day in court, seeing as how you cannot interpret a living organism. You can interpret, dead organisms. You can interpret things that are just object, but you can't interpret things that are object and subject and in operation. That's too complicated of a thing to interpret. In other words, you can't go to judging another human being on their antics and what they say by reading a specific dictionary with definitions. There are no dictionaries for living organisms. It's whole, all the rules, all the laws of meaning go out the window, and you have to judge things by context, and that can be sometimes more challenging, because it means you have to take your own personal bias and sort of, tell it to, hike, like tell it to, get on in the back seat or something. You got to tell it to, clear away. Because if you don't, then you are going to, you're just going to, judge a person wrong. You're just going to judge interpersonal, interactions wrong all the time, basically. If that's what you're doing, if you're just interpreting. Well, I shouldn't say all the time, but more often than not, that's you're going to be judging people falsely, because people are living organisms. Anyway, that's the video. Have a good day. Peace. Meow.